Hi, welcome back to Springfield Arms. You with Zahir on the podcast Guns&Coffee. And today we're briefly looking at what does concealed carry mean to the everyday South African firearm owner. So if you are a firearm owner in this country and you want to carry your firearm out in public, according to the law, you've got to conform rather to what's called concealed carry. The firearm has to be concealed on your person outside of public view. And so when we look at things like holsters for carrying the firearm, it's basically separated into two categories: inside the waistband and outside the waistband. I'm not going to talk about shoulder carry and that type of thing. I'm specifically looking at inside the waistband and outside the waistband in terms of concealed carry, in the context of concealed carry. So inside the waistband holsters typically are holsters that would go inside the waistband of your pants, and you'd have your shirt or jacket covering that holster. So inside the waistband could be worn with summer clothing. The holster goes inside your waistband, and then your shirt would cover that holster. Okay, so the firearm would be concealed from public view. We've got to make sure that the firearm is concealed from public view while you are standing and sitting. Sometimes you find people that are wearing inside the waistband holsters. Their shirts are too short, they're not long enough, so that when they sit down, the holster is not concealed. So the firearm actually is now apparent, it's in view of public eye because the shirt has crept up. So you've got to make sure that when wearing your inside the waistband holster, that your garment or your shirt that you're wearing is long enough to conceal the firearm. When we speak of a term like printing really means your shirt that you're wearing is very, very tight, so that when you are wearing the firearm, it's actually printing, meaning you can actually see the shape of the firearm. Now that is also very bad because public will then know that you are carrying a firearm. What you want to carry is discreet concealment, meaning concealed carry, the garment is loose enough so it doesn't show the outline of the firearm. The second category of waistband carry is what we call outside the waistband carry holsters. So these holsters are generally more comfortable to carry, but a bit more difficult to conceal. So outside the waistband carry would mean the holster is then on a belt outside the waistband of your pants. Here now, this requires a greater degree of concealability, in the sense that you would now require a very baggy shirt or a jacket to conceal the firearm as it's sitting now outside the waistband. Typically you'd use outside the waistband holsters with bigger firearms, or if you're built in a certain way that does not allow you to comfortably carry inside the waistband, you'd opt for outside the waistband. Understanding that you would now need an outer garment, you need a jacket or jersey or some sort of bigger type of shirt to conceal the firearm outside the waistband. So these are two of the carry choices for carrying concealed carry on your person. The same rule applies when carrying outside the waistband. You've got to make sure that the firearm is concealed, whether you are standing, walking, sitting, etc., that it does not become apparent that you're carrying the firearm in public view at all times. So those are the two categories when it comes to inside and outside the waistband carry. And some of the things to consider: you've got to look at your shape of your body, the type of clothing you wear. There are going to be adjustments. One example is that when you're wearing inside the waistband carry, you've got to make sure that you have enough leeway in your pants to put the firearm in. So typically you need to make sure your pants is about a half an inch wider than what you typically wear, or at least an inch, so that you can make adjustments on the belt and the firearm can sit comfortably. Obviously, if your pants is too tight, you're going to battle putting the firearm inside the waistband. Also, you need to understand that the belt is a very important part of your concealed carry. If your belt is too thin or it's too fragile, the firearm is now going to sag. It's going to cause your pants to kind of sag. Your gun's going to be tilting over because it cannot bear the weight of the firearm. That's why it's very important when buying inside and outside the waistband holsters to look at a quality gun belt that could be worn every single day. Try it on, make sure it fits properly, and that your firearm is concealed from public view. Thanks for your time. I'm Zahir, and you with Guns and Coffee. Have a great day. Keep punching. Bye-bye.